I thought this question was going to be easy until I attempted it. Guess what? It wasn't. But see how I was able to come up with a solution. Now, there is a fundamental basic that we have to know, that when we have the square root of a, for example, this is same as a to the power of half. And then what about when we have a double square root? For example, the square root of the square root of a. This means a to the power of 1 all over 4. Understanding these fundamental basics will help us to break down this question. Now all we have to do is to make the left hand side and the right hand side to look alike. That means we want to make the right hand side to look like the left hand side. Now let's do that. So on the left we have 1 over x, all raised to the power of 1 over x. This is equal to 5 times. Now there is a property we're going to be using here that says when I have a square root of a times b, this can be written as the square root of a times the square root of b. That's what we're going to be doing here. So we see this square root of 2 times the square root of 5. That means it can be written as the square root of 2 times the square root of the square root of 5 all over 8. Now let's break this down. So we have 1 over x all raised to the power of 1 over x. This is equal to 5 times the square root of 2 can be written as 2 to the power of half times the square root of the square root of 5, just like this, can be written as 5 to the power of 1 over 4 all over. Now we can break down 8. 8 can be written as 2 to the power of 3. Now we have the set of 5 and the set of 2. Now we're going to be separating them. So this will be, we have on the left 1 over x all raised to the power of 1 over x. This is equal to, this is 5 and it can be written as 5 to the power of 1, which is still the same thing, times 5 to the power of 1 over 4, 5 to the power of 1 over 4 all over. Now let's write the denominator. We have 2 to the power of 3. Now remember, we're separating the sets. Now I'm going to be bringing this 2 to the power of half downwards. And when it comes downwards, the power, which is the exponent, becomes negative. So negative 1 over 2. That is it. Now we apply the law of indices that says when I have a to the power of m times a to the power of n, this can be written as a to the power of m plus n. So we apply that here and here. So this becomes, the left hand side is 1 over x all raised to the power of 1 over x. This is equal to, now we'll take one of the bases, we'll take 5, then we add the powers, so 1 plus 1 over 4 all over. Now the denominator, we take one of the bases, which is 2, then we add the powers, so this is 3 plus negative 1 over 2. Very good. Now let's continue. So this will be 1 over x all raised to the power of 1 over x to be equal to, now this is 5 to the power of, now let's work this out. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1, that is 5. So we have 5 all over the denominator, that is 4 all over. Now the denominator, we have 2 to the power of, before we add this, we have plus and minus. So plus times minus will give minus. So this will be 3 minus, so I'm going to be putting minus here. Good. Now let's simplify. So 2 times 3 is 6, minus 1 is 5. So this will become 5 all over the denominator 2. Very good. Now this is where it gets tricky. Now we want the exponent on the numerator and the exponent on the denominator to be the same. But how do we achieve that? Well, we can only achieve that by affecting the base. Now look at the trick. So we have on the left, we have 1 over x, all raised to the power of 1 over x to be equal to, now on the numerator, we have 5 to the power of 5 over 4, all over. Now 2 is same as the square root of 4. And this is raised to the power of 5 over 2. So 5 over 2. Now simplifying further, we have 1 over x, all raised to the power of 1 over x to be equal to, this is 5 to the power of 5 over 4, all over. Now this becomes, the square root of 4 can be written as 4 to the power of half. And this is raised to the power of 5 all over 2. Now simplifying, we have 1 over x all raised to the power of 1 over x to be equal to, this is 5 to the power of 5 over 4 all over. Now from indices, powers multiply, because when I have a to the power of m and this is raised to the power of n, this can be written as a to the power of m times n is mn. That is m times n. Now let's apply that here. So this is 4, which is the base. Now let's multiply the powers. 1 times 5 is 5, all over. 2 times 2 is 4. So we see that the exponents are now the same. Now we're getting there. Now there's another property of logarithm that we're going to be applying that says when I have a to the power of n all over b to the power of n, you notice that they have the same exponents. So this can be grouped as a over b all raised to the power of the common exponent n. That is it. So this becomes 1 over x all raised to the power of 1 over x to be equal to, now this can be written as 5 over 4 all raised to the power of the common exponent 5 over 4. That is it. Now notice something. You see that the base here and the exponents are the same. What about the right hand side? The base and the exponents are also the same. So we can equate by saying that 1 over x, which is a base on the left, is equal to 5 over 4, that is a base on the right. Now to get the value of x, we have to take the inverse of both sides. So x will then be equal to, the inverse of 5 over 4 is 4 over 5. And there you have it. Well, feel free to share your ideas in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video and have learned something from this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss my upcoming videos. And like I always say, until next time, take care.